And honestly, I think we're getting a run back from what we got at LOL Santa Paws. So let's try that again in a real venue. So starting things off. Beast Mode Paul definitely going to pop that Accelerado, going to get some of that, enhanced movement speed, which can be really good against Corrin. Like, Corrin's strong, but if you're running away from her, it's a little bit of a task for her to, like, get her stuff started. But, yeah, let's get into this game one.
Yeah, I think right now it looks like Beast Mode Paul's doing a great job of covering that platform. Using the platform is going to be really good for getting back towards center stage for Shadic. But both of these characters really relying on a lot of landing aerials. The frame data from here is going to be a little bit slower, but like you said, that Accelerado is going to help in those situations. Love this pressure that we're seeing from Shadic so far, too. We're going to see like a lot of Nair and Fair to try to set up into some of these combos. Gets the footstool there, but not going to get anything off of it. And it looks like Beast Mode Paul's just very comfortable sitting in shield. Corrin's not going to get a ton off of grab, so it's not a huge threat around this percent.
Yeah, both of them having really, really good shield discipline. If you haven't fought a lot of Hero, you start to find out quickly that Hero's up out of shield is objectively really good and like hard to deal with. Corrin's out of shield game isn't as strong, but either way, both of them being very, very mindful of that interaction. And right now, Beast Mode Paul trying to gamble it all on the Flame Slash, especially with that extra knockback he had on him. That could have been disastrous, but right now, Shadic is just kind of outspacing Beast Mode Paul. Sword to sword, and that's the main thing you need to do if you want to succeed in this matchup. For
sure. I think another big thing is off stage. Nice combo there from Shadic. Not going to find the stock just yet, but with having that zoom, it's really hard to find Hero off stage, and so we're kind of seeing that anytime Beast Mode Paul is off stage, he's kind of able to make it back to the ledge for free. Getting out of the corner against Corrin can be a little bit harder, but especially if you're not ready for like the up smash trick that we see a lot too, but I feel like Hero's going to have a lot of tools to deal with those type of setups from Corrin. Getting the pin again, but just not going to kill him. Shadic kind of struggling to find this first stock. Beast Mode Paul still sitting at 151.
Yeah, normally you don't see Corrin struggle to kill this much, but Shadic definitely having a tough time. And you definitely don't want to give Hero Rage. There's so many other buffs that he has. Rage is yet another thing that can make that character strong. But the pin kick is going to take that first stock finally. Shadic only at 85%, which isn't terrible, but you have to start being really aware of like kaboom, whack, thwack. All those things become absolutely lethal once you start hitting those triple digits.
I do like that aggression that we're seeing from Beast Mode Paul in the corner too, just not afraid to throw out a lot of moves when he's at the ledge, making sure that Shadic's not able to set up, try to find like a down tilt on his recovery or anything that could lead to some more percent, but we're seeing that here from Shadic, getting a few hits, but still just not a ton of damage, doesn't want to overextend at this higher percent and risk getting hit by Beast Mode Paul.
You know, I gotta say, weird thing to point out, but I feel like Beast Mode Paul is really good at just speed reading his menu. Like this man, this is an accelerator reader. Like he was at the Scholastic Book Fair going crazy. Like he'll go through his options, be like, not this one, and just set up a new menu as soon as he doesn't see something he wants. Like that does take a lot of talent.
Good for him. I was at the Scholastic Book Fair just looking at the different erasers and stuff.
I'm over there like, Kakalang, what's that say? I'm getting body trying to read the menu.
No, I mean, you're definitely right. And when you're in these situations where you can get these strong power-ups, it really, having that, like, edge on your opponent can really help with those situations. And now it looks like Shadic's just really struggling to get out of the corner here. I do like the movement that we're seeing, just feeling very comfortable going back to the ledge. But now he's off stage against that kaboom. Such a large hitbox, so much knockback on it too, though. Shadic actually going to go down despite having a decent lead at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, that was really smart too. Corrin's recovery is a little bit lackluster. Hero's not necessarily the best at going for like a drop zone nair and like securing the stock that way. Sans having Accelerado, but Kaboom is a great way to clean that up. And honestly, in a pretty good spot here. Only at 122, still got, oh my God! Still got a pin in the forehead, never mind. Jesus. Shadic said, let me pin this message real quick. That was crazy.
I do really like the way that Shadic's using the neutral special at the level of the ledge though. He's forcing Beast Mode Paul to either use his air dodge or his jump, and so we saw that there. Beast Mode Paul jumped, but then still went with a low recovery. It just feels like Corrin typically isn't going to have a great punish for the low recovery, but when you get that perfect spacing and timing on that pin, it will definitely find Beast Mode Paul. So now Shadic back in this, has the percent lead, but setting up with those tech chases on the platform is such a scary situation when you're going against Hero, when he has that crit option too with an up smash. Just do not want to see Shadic lose that stock earlier than he has to.
Yeah, there's another dimension where he died and lost it all right there from that roll read up smash. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
But very close match with Shadic. Gonna be able to clutch it out with that back air, but that was definitely anybody's game for sure. One thing I think that Shadic is really locked in on, of course, you know if you're gonna play a sortie at this level, you have to have immaculate spacing, but mainly, I feel like Shadic's, the way he's placing his nair and the way he's doing these like falling up airs is really preventing Hero from getting like those the nairs and fairs that he needs, because I feel like Corrin just has like slightly better frame data, but he's just spacing himself in a way where it's just like Beast Mode Paul just like can't go in and get a random aerial and get the party started there. He's really, really being protective with his nair, and he's also putting on a lot of shield pressure, but still really taking into consideration how good Heroes up B is out of shield.
For sure. And I also really like the way that Shadic is setting up at the ledge too. Like we saw that most of the time he's going for that neutral B, he's going for the pin, but in that situation caught BeastModePaul off guard and just runs off with the back air too. So mixing that up, not overextending off stage, recognizing that like if he does go off stage every single time, then BeastModePaul is just going to be looking for that zoom to get back to center stage, get stage control, and then reverse that situation on Shadic. And getting out of the corner against a character like Hero can just be really hard because he does have those fast menu options. Like we saw with the Kaboom too, like a lot of those fast projectiles are very hard to react to, and Corrin's not going to have a great answer for that. But going into game 2 here, we're back on PS2, and BeastModePaul just taking that stage back to the corner, just trying to set up with these different projectiles and make it a lot harder for Shadic to approach, and we're seeing that now. Shadic already with 46% on the board here.
Yeah, I definitely think zoning him out is a good idea. I mean, Sizzle just did 31 raw. Also, uncharged side B still does like 15, has a giant hitbox, so a lot of people kind of think Hero lives and dies by the spells, and some of that's true, but his regular B moves outside of the spells, like that side B, still really, really good.
Ooh, I love that there. I was expecting like a drop nair or an up air there from Shadic, but instead going for the tomahawk. I think mixing in those grabs could be really beneficial for him. Even though you're not going to get a ton off of them as Corrin, just being able to condition BeastModePaul to not just sit and shield is going to be really helpful for finding these damage and nice combos here from Shadic, but still at 92%. And now BeastModePaul, you see that he's very, very fine with just giving up that stage control and then working his way towards center with the projectiles. Yeah, and great spacing and timing with that back air too to find Shadic's first stock.
It's a pretty good turnaround for the first game too. He's not necessarily trying to just like run in and just out-sortie him. He's just like, look, you know what? I've got these zoning tools. Your movement isn't all that stellar, and I'm gonna make you really work for it. Meanwhile, I'm just buffing myself. I'm healing myself. I'm getting boosted up smash. No crit even needed, and now BeastModePaul in a massive 2-stock lead.
That was so funny. Just runs up, grabs right out of the Magic Burst, unfazed by that, but still with a 2-stock deficit. That's going to be a lot of damage off that multi-jab, but not sure if he can go down there and get that back air. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just BeastModePaul immediately pulling the trigger on the zoom. F smash going to send off stage, but still just out of mana there. Or is that what it's called?
Yeah,
MP?
he was out of mana. Yeah, out of mana. He burned it all on that Magic
Dragon
Burst.
Quest.
Neither have I, girl.
Okay, cool.
We are fine. That is not for us. But yeah, so Shadic is going to take that stock, but still has a ton of work to do. Already it's just about 70%. BeastModePaul got plenty of meter, already got Accelerado, so now it's even easier to run away and just throw out these giant projectiles. This is looking kind of tough for Shadic game 2.
Yeah, this feels like BeastModePaul went into like the second phase of a boss battle here. You have to deal with the snooze, you have the Accelerado, you have the psych up as well. So just so much in BeastModePaul's favor right now. But Shadic still going in with this aggression, finding that back air to send BeastModePaul off stage. Just a timing on a pin. Tries to get the grab too, just to reset that off stage. But now in a really sticky situation, trying to avoid this back air from BeastModePaul. But the F tilt gonna do it instead, and now BeastModePaul 1-1 here on the board.
Yeah, I mean, Psych Up already a pretty strong move as it is, but having, or Psych Up pretty useful as it is, but F tilt with it is just going to be super strong, especially in the corner there. Easy to confirm, too, because you have the 2 parts to choose from. So, yeah, very good stuff to BeastModePaul. It looks like he found some good answers. Got an early lead and was just like, you know what, I'm chilling. I'm going to force Corrin to approach me, and that is just sometimes a little bit of a losing battle.
Yeah, that just seemed really hard because a lot of the time you'll see, like, different sword characters use the platforms, but I think BeastModePaul was doing a really good job of covering like the lane underneath the platform and then also covering the platform when Shadic was trying to use it too. So if he sets up in that corner, just with how quick the projectiles are, it seems really hard for Shadic to actually get in.
Yeah, so Shadic is definitely going to have to I think it might not be as bad, but once Accelerado is on, if BeastModePaul is just committed to zoning, I don't really know what Corrin does. Maybe we can see some shenanigans, trying to get like some weird movement options with like pin on the platforms or something like that. But at the end of the day, Paul's is going to be a little faster. He's also been using a lot of bounce, not necessarily because Corrin's neutral B is like that scary of a tool in most situations, but it does take a spell off the menu for him. So now it's like, all right, one less thing to worry about. Now I'm mathematically that much closer to Kaboom or Psych Up or, you know, Thwack or whatever. So, yeah, he's, again, really, really using the menu well here. And let's see if Shadic can do something to kind of, like, cover the ground a little bit more safely. Or maybe, honestly, just get a big lead of his own and try to just hold on to it.
I do like going to Hollow Bastion. I think that makes sense. I think Corrin has a lot of really nice combo extensions off that middle platform. And then also, BeastModePaul's not going to have that platform sitting over top of him to kind of create that house that makes it so hard for Shadic to approach. He's going to be able to land on top of Paul a lot easier here, but still, Paul leading the leaderboard here with some damage, but now this Nair is a good opportunity for Shadic. Really nice timing on that air dodge too, just to get back down to the ground because Corrin is so good at juggling, so you have to really pick your places where you're air dodging very smartly.
Yeah, and a lot of people, when Korra's meta was first coming up, they're like, what is it that makes Corrin so good? She kind of is just like a 50-50 machine. Like, even right there, the Nair missed on the platform and it led to a tech chase down throw, you know? The falling up air, if you air dodge the wrong time, you can get hit again. Like, there's a lot of, like, weird 50-50 scenarios she gets to just put you in safely. But also on top of that, landing Nair is such an incredible move for her. Leads to back air, leads to up air, leads to whatever she needs. So you have to be really cautious of her landing, and it's pretty good on shield.
And fair, too. I feel like a lot of people sleep on fair. Like, fair is such a good combo tool. So she just has really strong aerials, and those combos can lead to so much percent. Oh, but BeastModePaul actually a little too high to get hit with that back air there.
But yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about. The Nair back air missed, but the down smash covered the air dodge. Like, she kind of always gets something if she finds that neutral air.
Okay, nice landing there from Shadic. I feel like both of these players are really struggling to land against each other, so picking those places with the air dodge, so much shield pressure too from Shadic. You can see that BeastModePaul is trying to angle his shield a little bit too. Getting shield poked is an issue when you're on that platform above Corrin.
Yeah, so you see Paul going to come back in with a zoom. Honestly, pretty safe option. You literally have to guess where it's going to go. But if anyone's going to swing at it randomly and hope they hit it, Corrin up air is a terrible thing to run into, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, it's such a large hitbox, covers so much space. But now this is kind of Shadic's position to get some extra percent here. Ooh, okay.
So good with those 2 frames. Almost got it again with the down air. That could have been really tough for Hero to recover from. Shadic trying to avoid everything he can, but with the boost on that, just an up air was enough to kill Corrin, which is insane because that move does not do a whole lot of knockback. Yeah,
that situation seemed really hard for Shadic because he didn't really have the space on the stage to go the opposite direction with the pin too. He would have put himself off stage. So I think just trying to mix up with the jump there was a smart option, but BeastModePaul was just ready for it and called him out.
Oh, and right now Shadic is just really smothering BeastModePaul again, forcing him in these 50-50s, waiting for these air dodges, making the right calls. So a lot of percent here, and the F smash. Sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to get ignorant. He said, honestly, we're spacing with F smash today.
I mean, yeah, it covers like you just standing there. It covers you dropping shield. It also covers you rolling away. So I really do like that option when you have the space and you're against a character that's as slow as Hero. It's going to be a little bit harder for him to punish that.
Yeah. But as you said, Hero's like, I can fix that too. So now Accelerado's on deck, and we're back in this scenario where Shadic has to really chase Paul down. Almost saw something with the down tilt up air, but we're out of those confirmed windows. So now I think Shadic is just kind of trying to take control of center stage and not overcommit and just let Accelerado just like wear itself out on the timer.
For sure, yeah, really good coverage there from Shadic. I think BeastModePaul's very aware of like a lot of the kill options that Corrin's going to have too. So he's trying to space around a lot of them, but you have all of those projectiles that can kill so much earlier from BeastModePaul too. So seeing a throw off stage and just the neutral or the side B, they're going to find Shadic's stock.
That was insane. I did not know Hero got that on back throw. He was at like, I think 80 when he got grabbed?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, yeah. That's one of those things. It might not work every time, but that first time it is going to hit. So now things just about even back up here. BeastModePaul finding that up smash on the platform. Kaboom. Shadic definitely waiting a little longer in shield. Last time he dropped shield early and got punished for it. So respecting it. But now we have Christmas Hero, and this is nothing you want to deal with. Super fast, crazy knockback. Shadic has no choice but to go on the aggression.
Oh, he was right with the placement too. Just wasn't able to find the punish.
Yeah, it's tough. But right now, the ground looking just untenable for BeastModePaul here. Zoom gonna come in and clutch, but still gotta find his way back down here. Shadic can't take a trade, and that might do it! Yeah, you can't make a mistake when he's still red like that. That's so unfortunate. So, BeastModePaul gonna take that second game and honestly pop off because that situation was looking pretty dire.
Yeah, that was really scary. Zoom coming in clutch multiple times off stage, and it just felt like Shadic was not able to find a punish on it. It is really hard to punish. I think he had like the placement down, but like a lot of the time there's just like not anything that you can do. You're trying to look for the option that comes after Zoom. So I think he was covering the platform really well, but yeah, just really good stuff to Paul for staying composed in those moments too when you're up against Corrin, and especially somebody like Shadic who's been so consistent with hitting those pins at the ledge. Anytime you're off stage is so scary.
Yeah, I mean, really good presence of mind. He was getting blended with so many up airs back there. neutral air was just covering all those landings, really had to struggle. But that's what I was afraid of. It's like, all right, Shadic needs to get this kill right now because, like, you know, Psych Up or I'm not sure which one it was, doesn't really matter. Is just such a huge threat to you. And as soon as he did something unsafe on shield, we all knew, like, oh, that's definitely going to do it for sure, even at 85%. So Shadic down 2-1 against BeastModePaul. Got to find some answers here. I feel like we were in the right direction. I would say go back to Hollow Bastion as well. I do think the stage was a good choice there, but let's see what Shadic has up his sleeves. Sleeves. I said sleeves.
Sleeve.
Up his sleeves.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, PS2.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. It felt like with this stage, that platform made it really hard to land with the aerials on top of BeastModePaul. So
yeah, we'll see. But if BeastModePaul is able to do this, this would be a huge upset. And that's a great way to start us off. 78%, especially with that up smash read on the platform. Very great play from BeastModePaul.
okay, multi-jab going to add some extra damage here on BeastModePaul, but still just really needs to capitalize off of this ledge situation, ledge trap here against BeastModePaul. You can see the falling there, trying to look for a back air into it. Tries to catch the pin on BeastModePaul going back towards center too, but just not able to find anything yet. And sitting at 100% at the ledge against a very strong hero. Yeah, just that up tilt, so good at covering that space towards center stage. So now Shadic at quite a deficit and needs to rack up some damage if he wants to stay in winners.
Oh, this is looking bad. All right, shield getting low. We definitely can't afford a shield break at this point. Shadic only dealt 37% so far in this first minute, really struggling to find a way in. All right, we got a nair on the platform, little extension there. Definitely gonna need that to help cover this gap. And another air dodge read, a little off on the timing, but Shadic still trying to smother, but okay, doesn't SD. I thought Shadic was gonna get pineapple there.
Me too, yeah. So able to make it back to the ledge, but now you're in a ledge trap situation against hero, 50%. Okay, but that down tilt into up air gonna put Shadic in a pretty good position here. Not able to go low enough to find anything down there in the blast zone. Pin gonna send off stage once again. And we're seeing that pressure with the neutral beat from Corrin, but just not able to get anything off of it, especially when Zoom comes into play.
Yeah, and there it is once again. It's also crazy Zoom only takes 8 mana. That's such a strong tool. You think it'd be more, but now Psych Up, once again, Shadic has to be so careful of his spacing. Anything that is unsafe on shield is going to get you clogged, but Bear underneath that platform is gonna be just enough to get him in stock here, but still a good amount of work to do.
Okay, and now we're seeing Paul set up in that corner, getting a lot of those strong spells, and the sleep, okay. I wasn't sure if he would, okay. If he would get out of like the sleep animation. Great tech there from Shadic.
Shadic legit fighting for his life.
Yes.
Survived 3 different scenarios that definitely would have killed a lesser player.
Okay, Paul able to avoid a lot of extra damage from that multi-jab by just dropping through the platform.
Yeah, you see Shadic being really, really mindful, just trying to get those nairs out of shield. Just trying to be very demure here. Just trying to be really, really careful not to get tagged on anything negative. Using the nair to clink with the fireball is pretty smart. One thing I noticed earlier, if BeastModePaul has Accelerado and he jumps towards you and just does like neutral air dodge, it's almost flip kick. Like, he moves so far, he's invincible during that time, so like, it's really easy for him to just get out of these traps to the corner. Okay,
forces the air dodge, but Zoom, again, just really good tool here for BeastModePaul. Love that cross-up with the back air, too. Find Shadic's second stock, but honestly, Shadic has done a fantastic job of tying this back up. Has hero at 105, so just one good pin could put him in a really good situation here, just finding a combo at the ledge. Okay, sending Paul off stage. This is exactly what he needs. But again, Zoom, how many Zooms have we had in this game alone? Oh my gosh. Almost had a setup there on the platform using the up special from hero into an up smash on the platform. Could kill if he got a crit.
Oh, man. And as soon as you get rid of... Oh! As soon as you get rid of Oomph, Psych Up is right there. And unfortunately, breaking the shield.
Breaking his knees, too.
Yeah.